1 year ago today, the city of Bryan and its surrounding communities mourned after a mass shooter opened fire, killing one at Kentmore Cabinets. Medical experts break down how a tragic day like that can have a lasting effect on people's mental health all this time later. April 8th, 2021 seemed like any other quiet Thursday afternoon at Kentmore Cabinets in Bryan.
We just heard a loud noise and people just started running out.
An employee, Larry Bolin, with an agenda, opening fire in his workplace.
I hate it's the world that we live in.
365 days later, that once normal Thursday replays in the minds of many.
It's going to vary just like a soldier or a police officer who's been in a gun battle or something. It's going to affect them.
One shooter hurt 7 victims, killed 1, wounded 4 critically, and left an immeasurable amount of grief on too many to count.
Initially, after an event, all of us are going to have a reaction.
According to the National Library of Medicine, at the very least, people who lived through a mass shooting event will have increased fears and feel less safe.
All of these things can be pretty short term and often resolve themselves. A year later, if those things are still happening, then we're thinking about it is a PTSD reaction.
Earhart Laraga, a psychologist at Texas A&M Central Texas, says reliving the event, depression, anxiety, and just not being able to function is normal after living through something as traumatic as this.
I am just trying to hold it together the best I can right now.
Even a year later, without any mental health intervention, we would probably still be going through that.
Our hearts are hurting, Kentmore Cabinets said on that tragic day. Today, those feelings stick around.
It is going to affect people differently.
While Earhart Laraga says getting help is key and checking on your loved ones, Price says so is mass shooting training. So if you ever do find yourself in a life or death situation, you know exactly what to do. Now, the suspect in that deadly shooting, Larry Bolin, faces charges including murder, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and attempted capital murder of a peace officer. He remains in the Brazos County Jail 1 year later, held on more than a $5 million bond. The shooting inside Kentmore Cabinets left 27-year-old Timothy Smith dead and 5 others hurt. That includes Trooper Juan Tovar. Tovar was wounded while trying to take the suspect into custody in Iola. As a result, he lost his eye. After spending nearly a week in the hospital, Tovar returned home to a hero's welcome. Here's the Madison County Sheriff.
God has really looked over him and blessed him. I just think it's wonderful that he's able to come home.
Local first responder agencies also banded together to raise money for Trooper Tovar and his family. Trooper Tovar was honored by the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo just last month. The rodeo named him as its first ever First Responder of the Year. Officials praised Tovar's quick thinking, and they say his bravery saved lives on that fateful day.